Live from the rinks here in Hauppauge, it's freshman division action between Eastport-South, Manor, and Northport, Huntington. With Colin Drum on camera, I'm Brady Campbell. Second game of the evening here on the North Rink, and it should prove to be a good one. The Tigers trying to pick up their first win of the season. They've been close. No cigar just yet. Last time out, not as close, 11-3 against Southampton. For the Sharks, they're 5-2-1. A little bit removed from the dominant teams they've had last year. Still swimming over 500, however, and they'll look to keep things that way. They got a 6-2 win over Connecticut-Sayville last time out. As the puck is down, we're underway. That was all the way back on the 24th of November. And they come in right off the face-off, looking to get on the board, but the shot fanned on that time by Luca Pisana. Goes to the line, and Bonventer holds it in. Keep an eye on number 15, Kevin Beckman. 3 goals, 2 assists last time out. He is the leading goal scorer and point getter for the CSM squad. And safe to say we'll be seeing a lot of him and a lot of these players tonight because, well, let's just say the benches are short. Mightily short. As you can see as the camera passes by, there's only 1 player on the Northport Huntington bench, only 2 skaters on the ESM bench, 1 backup goalie as well. So, a lot of ice time for everyone out here tonight. Tigers finally clear and skated out by Connor Frey. Frey over the line, Northport Huntington freshman team in action right now. Their developmental team picked up a hard-fought 5-4 win over Connecticut-Sayville moments ago. Here's Beckman starting out with it. Throws it across. Driving towards the goal is Everett Shupp as Beckman whistles one wide. It wraps all the way around, and Bonventer has to hustle back on it. Giving it a run is Andrew Kahn, but beating him to it will be Bonventer. And streaks all the way around the net. Tries to dance through, Kahn took him off the puck. Goes D to D towards Brendan DeSarno, who banks it out. Back to center. And now a stretch pass finds the tape of William Newport. Here's Newport. Takes a wide, tough angle try. Save made by the starting goalie tonight for the Tigers, number 30, Matthew McCartney. Bonventer drags, goes down with it. And he's opposed by Elijah Moran on the other side for ESM is McCartney. So that means Austin Pagano getting the night off as well. And Moran, who started 2 games, played in 5. Certainly another reliable goaltender for the CSM team. Wouldn't surprise me, though, if we do see a substitution about halfway through with a lack of skaters for either side. Trying to get Pagano out there as well as ESM streaks back in. That one hit the crossbar and somehow stayed out. That may have been Beckman. Here's Pisano. Rips one on goal. Knocked down by McCartney. Cleared away. And backhanded on by Kahn. Held in by Beckman. Beckman high slot. Turning with it. Trying to shake free of Tiso. Throws it back to the line. Return down to Beckman. We get a stoppage here. Not quite sure what the whistle was, but right on cue. 2 reinforcements for the Sharks. Looks to be Aiden Gabrielson and Brody Maniaci. So a few more skaters here for ESM, and certainly a tough task becomes tougher for this Northport Huntington team, who is extremely short-handed tonight. 6 total skaters. Face-off win for ESM. Pass goes down towards Maniaci. Return feed to him. Great little give and go there, but it was blocked. And Andrew Kahn skates it out. Gains the zone and backhands it deep. Flipped on goal, and Moran will glove that one and hold on. Here's that chance moments ago that hit the crossbar from Beckman. Just took it wide. And rings the iron from a tough angle. The fact that he was able to nearly pot that one up high. What a shot that was. Beckman back in. He scores this time. Boy, can he bring it. Not too much room, but there was some room up high, and he just wires that one. McCartney gets a piece. High, short side, not quite enough. And the Sharks get the scoring started tonight. .11:07 left, first period of play. Bonventer goes D to D to his partner, one of the Sharks captains tonight. It's dumped in, that's Carl McGovern. Pagano also wears the C. On bench door duty for now as it's banked out towards Bonventer. He holds it in, Maniaci centers, wide open with Shupp, he couldn't quite settle it. Gets to it in the corner, turns, throws it across, Beckman maintains his footing, centers it. Shupp dances through to the corner, back down. Return feed to him. The patience couldn't sneak it through McCartney, who closed them all. Beckman now for Bonventer, down for Beckman and got by him and behind the goal where DeSarno will get to it. Tries to move it ahead. It comes back to the line. McGovern keeps it deep. Cross ice feed. Beckman from the same spot in which he scored, this time pinned to the shoulder of Matthew McCartney. Beckman goal number 12, and McGovern, who leads the team in assists with 12 coming in, picks up his 13th helper. Under 10 minutes left, period number 1. Ice tilted in favor of the Sharks so far early. McGovern goes around. Pisano right through the crease. Deflected away. And now taken by the Northport Huntington Tigers. 3-on-2 if they push it, but the pass a bit too far out of the reach of Connor Frey. And Bonventer back on it. Tries to dance around Tiso and does on the defenseman over the line. Drops it off. Recovered for a moment by Shupp and then taken back by the Tigers and brought out by Ryan Guzzo. Now it's Pisano around Spardell. Pisano couldn't get through DeSarno. Tried to center it. Banks behind for Shupp, who keeps the play moving. Pisano again. Curls out high, drags and shoots, and another shoulder save for McCartney. .8:54 left first period, and McCartney adjusting the equipment there. I believe it's either a neck guard of some sort. Just pulled out of all the paraphernalia and going to readjust it here, so a little bit of a delay. Look at these teams again. ESM, they're 5 points out of first. 11 points, they're in fourth, but not far behind those other teams at the top. They won 5 of their last 6 after starting a surprising 0-1-1. Meanwhile, for the Tigers, obviously it's been a struggle. They haven't scored more than 4 goals in a game this season. And trailing here early, haven't found the back of the net yet. But if they want to win, it certainly seems like in these games they'll have to put up some numbers. They've given up double-digit goals in 4 games. So far, so good in that category. Only 1 goal, but it's early on. And the ice has been tilted. See if they can hold strong here as the puck held in by Galarenzi. Now a try from the circle. Finds its way through and makes it a 2-0 ESM lead. Just keeping the pressure on here in the offensive zone. A little drop pass, and this one seems to catch McCartney by a surprise a little bit, but Aiden Gabrielson sneaks it through 5-hole. Eight and a half left here in the opening period. All ASM so far. And here's Beckman back in. Tries to tangle through. Does. Beckman blocker save McCartney. Oh, it's a highlight reel almost every time he enters the zone. Big save by McCartney. Spardell over to Kahn. Kahn goes around looking for Frey. Intercepted. Beckman scores. What a shot. Stick handling in a phone booth in the circle. Wires that one high glove. Slow motion of our very own Kevin Broderick going to the equipment closet as we also get to see Kevin Beckman. What a shot that was. Right into the top corner, and just like that, 3-0 now in favor of the Sharks. And they come right back in. This is Newport. Up top, Bonventer. Goes D to D. McGovern, shot, blocked down. Shupp. Defended that time by the Tigers, who clear the zone. Andrew Kahn doing the honors. Right back in come the Sharks. Towards Pisano. It hit off a stick and goes deep. Spardell up the boards. This is Frey. Looking to clear. Bonventer holds the line. Spardell back up the wall. Took a funny bounce. And now Newport towards the circle. Intercepted. Overskated by Frey. And Tiso gets it back out. Pisano, though, takes it right back. Runs into Spardell, and Kahn will take it. Behind his own cage and sky it back out. Gianni Bonventer to the circle, to the slot, ran out of room, closed off, and Tiso skates it back out. Gains the red line and collides into the boards with Shupp. Both players back up to their feet as the Sharks look to restart. Kahn holds it in. 6 minutes left, first period of play. And if you're Elijah Moran, you couldn't ask for a much better night between the pipes so far. This is Newport. Ahead for Shupp. DeSarno keeps it moving. Down the ice, Kahn gets on it. Goes ahead for Guzzo. And now the Tigers come back the other way, looking for their first shot here. Trying to make it count. DeSarno towards the goal, had a man in front. Shot got through, and Moran made the save. That was Guzzo. Couldn't quite get a stick on it, though. Gabrielson from Maniaci and Galarenzi, the 2 assists on that one, and then Beckman unassisted. Makes this a 3-0 game. Gabrielson, one of the captains of the Shark squad, gets it back, fires one on goal, blocker save by McCartney. Maniaci, quick turn in tight, lost the handle, goes up for Beckman. Snaps a pass across the ice. Galarenzi drops it off. Return down towards Maniaci. It got to him, recovers, goes up to Beckman. To the circle. Just backhands one behind the goal. Galarenzi holds it in at right point. High off the glass and behind the net. Spardell reverses towards Kahn. To an open area of the ice. Cleared up the boards, not out. Maniaci holds it in. Down the wall up top, Bonventer walks the line, goes back down. Beckman looking back, Doria Maniaci couldn't get a stick on it. Another great shift here from the Sharks. Swarming the offensive zone, Maniaci. Around for Beckman. Curls to the circle. Holds on to it. Bonventure has time. Walks down the slot. Takes a shot. No traffic in front, and McCartney holds on to it. Three and a half left, period number 1. Game 2 of 3 tonight here on the North Rink. Game 1 of 2 as far as the freshman division is concerned. Another offensive zone draw win for the Sharks. Shupp ran out of room, now comes in to help. McGovern doing a good job of holding the line here. Goes down the wall. A chance. Trying to shake free, unable to do so. Was Newport, and eventually tried to turn one on goal, and he fanned on it. Now curls back in the corner. Shupp. Turns, spins one towards the front, settled down. A shot on glove save. Matthew McCartney keeps this game right where it's at. She denies Pisano. Another O-zone draw win for the Sharks, and they go right back to work. Newport behind the goal. DeSarno wrestled the puck away from him. Tigers clear. Pass behind Guzzo. And Bonventure right back in. Drops it off. Walking right down Broadway, getting a shot on, blocker save. Now Pisano from the slot, didn't get much on it, slowed up, and it goes wide. Bonventure holds it in. Shupp in his skates. Trying to dance through. Does to the circle. Everett Shupp. His shot got blocked. Runs into Pisano. Those two try to clear a lane for one another. And Shupp emerges again. Gets to the circle. Back out. Bonventure drags. Shoots. McCartney save. Rebound. He dove on it to get the whistle. .2:11 left. It's been all Sharks from the start here. Galarenzi down for Maniaci. His pass towards the goal block goes back down the boards. Maniaci. Down low, Gabrielson returned it in front, and he was able to jam it on goal, and another save made by McCartney, who's been an extremely busy goaltender here in the opening frame. To the line, not out. Galarenzi holds it. Maniaci stumbles down, gave it up to DeSarno. And it's cleared ahead by Brendan DeSarno, but turned right back around by Bonventure, and this is offside against the Sharks. Face off on the far side. And look out, Ava Spardell. It pops right into the bench. And of all the open space on the bench, it landed in her lap as we get a quick face-off drop. And McGovern goes to Beckman. Has to avoid the linesman as well. High slot, ripped that one high. Big rebound off the end boards. And it was jammed right through the goal mouth by Maniaci. He didn't have the greatest angle, being a righty as well. But a good look nonetheless. Kahn deflects it out. Here's Beckman. Off the stick of McGovern. Final minute, first period of play. All Sharks so far as that clearing attempt took a funny hop off a stanchion and stays alive. In the offensive zone for ESM. Newport Down to Beckman, looking for one more, and he snuck it through. Saw the net rattle, had to wait for the official's call, and once again, Kevin Beckman, a first period hat trick. What a shot this was. If you're Matthew McCartney, you can only do so much. Plays it pretty well. A quick release off his arm and just falls through. 4-0 with 40.4 left in the first. Bassano back in. Couldn't get through. It's backhand to the head to Kahn. Held in by McGovern. Final half minute of the period. This is Connor Frey. Has it taken. Pass across. Final 15. Here's Shupp. Does ESM have one more in them? Just throws it towards the goal. Bounces off a skate. Comes back to Bonventer. 5 seconds left in the frame. They'll run out of time here for a shot, but it doesn't really matter to them. A 4-0 lead for ESM. 3 of them from Kevin Beckman. Aiden Gabrielson has the other. We'll be right back with the second period momentarily here on the LI Sports Network. Back for period number 2 here on the LI Sports Network. A dominant first by ESM as they lead Northport Huntington 4-0. 3 goals by Kevin Beckman. The first, the third, and the fourth. The second one coming from Aiden Gabrielson in the period that the Sharks controlled wire to wire. First goal, Beckman from McGovern. Second goal, Gabrielson from Maniaci and Galarenzi. Third goal, Beckman unassisted. Fourth goal, Beckman from Newport with just 40 seconds left in the period. Beckman right in again to the forehand, missed the net. Maniaci looking for one himself, save McCartney, who's was very busy in that first period and doesn't look like that's going to change all that much. Kahn back in for the Tigers, gets separated from the puck down the other end. Maniaci's pass angles on goal. McCartney gets the cover down the other end. Elijah Moran. 2 starts, 5.53 goals against, 0-1 on the season. He's trying to recount if he even faced a shot just yet. That's how dominant the Sharks have been here tonight. Either way, not busy. And the faceoff comes right back to Tyler Onza, who's a new reinforcement for the Sharks here between periods. And look out, it gets cleared by him. Foot race as giving it a run is Frey, but he's closed off by Bonventer. So the Sharks bench starting to fill out a little bit here. They have enough players for 2 full lines. 5 on the ice, 5 on the bench. For the Tigers, nothing has changed. They got a pretty full roster, and unfortunately for them, not tonight. Just 1 sub on the bench. Comes up top. Lorenzi down for Onza. Defended by Spardell. Swings it off the apron, bounces out towards the front. No blue jerseys home, and Kahn will clear it out to safety. And Bonventer turns up ice. Kahn wrestled it away from him. Now it's Tiso. Gonna get through. Bonventer around Spardell, trying to catch up to it. It's into Sarno's skates. Spardell up the boards. Onza gets to it in the corner. Takes it behind the net. Curls back at the half wall. Goes down to the corner. Centering pass, no one home, but it banks all the way out to Pisano, right point. Gets around Frey, steps and shoots, missed wide. All the way around now towards the slot. Played out to Pisano by Shupp. Pisano tried to give it back to him, fanned on the pass, but it worked out for Pisano. Whistles another try wide. Bonventer able to hold it in high off the glass, but the Tigers intercept and get it out. Period of a long change here, not doing anyone any favors on that Tigers bench, but they'll sneak one in here as Pisano comes right into the circle. Save McCartney, and the rebound cleared away. Onza back on net, blocked. Out to Kahn, and a 2-on-2 rush here for the Tigers. Kahn takes it wide. Look out, Shupp just flying back here. They even up the numbers. Pass towards the high slot, though, towards Tiso, knocked away. 2-on-0. Pisano looks over his shoulder. Shupp with him. Pisano, Shupp tried to return it back door. McCartney got a stick on it, and it's cleared away. What an effort by Matthew McCartney. Keeps this a 4-0 game and keeps his team remotely in it here. As Kahn tries to swing some momentum with a potential chance. Never got anything through. McCartney battling here all night as Tiso gave it away to Beckman. Beckman down the slot to the circle. Whistles one high. Now it's Newport. Wrestles with Frey. Fends him off. William Newport curls. Back up top McGovern. Down for Newport. Cross for Gabrielson. Returns it. Newport in the slot. Spins to the backhand. Tries to cut back to the forehand. Couldn't get it through. It stays alive, though, for ESM. Saucered out for Gabrielson at the half wall. Down for Newport. Give and go, and he fired it wide. Now Beckman slides it across. Sharks picking up where they left off in the first. Comes all the way through towards Beckman, but he has to back off. As it's skated out to center by Guzzo. Gets the center red, puts it in deep. This is McGovern. Up towards Maniaci. Chip to the round Spardell, and here's Beckman 2-on-1. He can pull away. He'll slide it across, and they score. Beckman using his speed to create the opportunity, and it's tapped home to make it a 5-0 lead for the Sharks. First helper of the game for Kevin Beckman. William Newport on the board here tonight, his third goal of the season. With 10 minutes left in period number 2. They go right back to work. Bonventer down. Got Lorenzi on goal. Boy, that was some shot. That got the mask of McCartney. Great play by Guzzo at the line. Wrestles it away. Goes ahead towards Frey. On the back check, knocked away from him by Maniaci, and Gabrielson leaves it for Brody Maniaci, who gets it deep. And ESM will get a change. 4 new players on, or rather 3, as Bonventer elected to stay out there a little longer. Cleared back out, over the Shupp. Everett Shupp just fires one back to Bonventer. Skates it in. The defenseman takes it wide. Tough angle try. Save McCartney. Anza. Now Shupp dances through. Out to the circle. Tried to leave it for Gallorenzi. A bit too far out in front of him. It's cleared out by the Tigers. ESM resets here. Errant pass though. Kahn with the steal at the blue line. Makes a nice move. Have Frey going to the goal. Couldn't get it there. Anza all over Kahn. Wrestles the puck away for the Sharks. Potential numbers again. Shupp gets to it. Gallorenzi to the goal as Spardell hustles back. Pass behind the back towards Pisano. Kept the play alive. And then a save on Gallorenzi by McCartney. Another steal for ESM. Pisano one-timer, and it sneaks through. McCartney had it initially, but as he lifted his pad, it slid right through and into the back of the net. Giving that one to Pisano. It makes it a 6-0 game for the Sharks. Well, it's been a hard day's night tonight for Matthew McCartney. He's battling. He certainly is. Sharks just proving to be too much. We do get a goalie substitution indeed, as we are rapidly approaching the halfway point of regulation time. Goalie substitution for ESM, of course. Austin Pagano into the game in relief of Elijah Moran, who had himself a good night save percentage-wise. Beckman towards the goal, hit his own teammate, Gabrielson, and now Tissot starts ahead. Had the stick taken out of his hands there as he got wrapped up with Shupp. And now Shupp charges in. Everett Shupp to the outside. Shupp drops it across. They score. Unselfish play by Everett Shupp leads to another goal for the Sharks. And they lead it 7-0. I believe this is Gabrielson again on the far side with the one-timer past McCartney. He's got his second goal of the game. With 7 minutes left in period number 2. Anza goes D to D. And that pass by Gabrielson. And this will be an icing against CSM. So Northport Huntington will get an offensive zone face-off out of this. Pagano wears number 30, also dons the C, one of a few C's for ESM. 7 appearances. She started 6, 3.21 goals against, 5-1-1 on the season. Anza goes up the boards. Newport gets it out. Spardell keeps it moving for Northport Huntington, but a steal and the touch up, and Newport right back in. That was a tough save for McCartney, but he got it with the right pad as that shot was deflected out high. Bonventer retrieves, goes across to Anza as ESM comes right back in. Now Bonventer down to the circle. There's a little bit of room up high, and he just missed. Comes all the way out, nearly a steal there for Kahn. It works out for ESM though. Shupp separated from the puck by Tissot. Anza on the follow-up. Hansa around the net wrap try, comes to the side. Galarenzi couldn't reach it, turned back on goal. Kept out by someone. Not short, that got all the way through to McCartney, who was sprawled out. ESM, though, keeps the pressure on here. Venter tries to center. It was taken away by DeSarno, and then he gave it up to Shupp. Shupp takes it down low. Centers Pisano one-timer, and he buries it. More great passing in tight for the Sharks, and they get another. Pisano second of the game, another assist for Shupp as well. So we get another look at the previous chance right before that. So we're trying to see what that hit. I believe that was blocked by Spardell, is right back in. With a diving chance there, that would have been something. McCartney, though, able to keep it out. And out the face-off, Shupp, who gets back to his feet as his jersey is changed color. Beckman fires a shot wide with all that snow on his back. He just drove in and got taken down. No penalty. He tried to stuff a shot on. A big save by McCartney. 5 minutes left, second period. Shupp right down the slot, looking for one himself, and this time McCartney keeps it out. Flashing the leather there, 4:51 to go. Shupp wins it back to Beckman. Drag shoots. That took the stick right out of the hands of McCartney as he got it with the shaft. Did the job though, kept it out. He doesn't have his stick. It's right at the top of the crease as Shupp had a shot that was blocked. Another try, blocked down in front. Shupp disarmed by DeSarno. Galarenzi goes behind, Spardell on it. Goes all the way around, held in by McGovern. Shupp, high slot, Galarenzi to the circle. May have been deflected by Spardell, goes high. McGovern to Tiso. Looking for a path out. This Tigers just trying to head north here, and they will. Tiso over the line. Alexa just wrap it around. McGovern under pressure from Frey. Banked ahead for Beckman. He's going to skate into it. Kevin Beckman to the circle. McCartney denies him with the left pad. McGovern got through Guzzo. Throws it across ice. Beckman pokes it past Frey. 3.5 left, second period. Centering pass. Popped up in the air. Got through Shupp and Galarenzi and back out. This is Pisano. To the line. Tiso able to get it back in for a moment. And now it's Everett Shupp. Around Spardell. Shupp behind the back. Pisano roofed it. Oh, highlight reel goal from start to finish there. Shupp and Pisano do it again. This is the leading contender for play of the game so far. Didn't even look, just dropped it back to Pisano. And how about that shot, too? Right under the bar. CSM continues to pour it on here, trying to get to the end of the second. And then see if they take their foot off the gas a little bit. How about a chance? Gabrielson has himself a hat trick. As ESM comes right back in the second Shark tonight to pick up 3. Just snaps this one. Roof that shot. All Sharks tonight. Previous 2 goals to that were both Pisano from Shupp and one Gabrielson from Maniaci. For the Tigers here, just trying to get to the horn. Although we'll see if they can pot one here. Although they have to start getting some shots through to Austin Pagano. Maniaci over the line. Gabrielson to the goal. Slides it across. Gabrielson scores again. Fourth of the game for Aiden Gabrielson. And he puts that one high glove. So the Sharks continue to pour it on. And it looks like we get a timeout call here by the Tigers. Rough game for them here tonight. As the goalies sign the respect at center ice. And then the fist bump between Moran and Pagano. Definitely one of the easier nights of their young career. So on the timeout, see if the Tigers can generate anything here. Latest goal, Gabrielson from Maniaci again. Last two goals, read that after the previous two for Pisano from Shupp. Final 110 seconds of the middle frame. There's Gabrielson. Maniaci shoots, a made by McCartney. Got more freshman action on the way next. East Islip versus Ward Melville. ESM back to work. And a collision there. DeSarno knocking one of the Sharks down to the ice. Couldn't quite see who that was. It was Pisano. Kahn. Pass gets through everybody and back out. Sharks reset. Shupp on to Beckman. Beckman snaps that one and Spardell got in the way. Now Ava Spardell, center red. Galarenzi separated her from the puck. Stretched out towards Pisano, and he's going to lift the stick of DeSarno. He's got Galarenzi with him, slides it across, and Galarenzi just pulled it a bit wide there. And then a steal. Shupp fought off. Galarenzi rebound, and oh, Matthew McCartney. Take a bow. Not quite going his team's way tonight, but how about this save? Galarenzi had a chance moments ago, just pulled it a bit wide. Gonna want that one back. This one, that's just a pure desperation save there. One for the highlight reel for Matthew McCartney. Dying seconds of the second. Beckman back in. He's got three. Tries to slide it across. Banked out to Shupp. Shupp goes across, back out, and that should just about close out period number 2. Same story as the first. All Sharks, they lead it 11-0. Could be more if not for Matthew McCartney, but the Sharks 15 minutes away from closing this one out. Third period on the way next here on LI Sports Network. Well, we're back here on LI Sports Network for the third period of play. I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside Colin Drum on the camera. All ESM tonight through 2 periods. They lead 11-0 and are 15 minutes away from their 6th victory on the season. Northport Huntington in grave danger of dropping to 0-9. Sharks right back in here to start the third. Elijah Moran started for them. Not sure if he really faced any shots on goal throughout the first period and a half. And right now it's Austin Pagano. Hasn't faced any herself. And what about the third, Austin? Meanwhile, Tyler Anza throws that shot wide. Shupp walks right through. Eventually had it wrestled away. And it's cleared out towards Kahn. Kahn one-on-one. Kahn had it poked away. And then defended that time by Pisano and Anza. And Pisano slides it across for Shupp. Shupp skates in to the backhand. Everett Shupp left the puck behind. He was defended in close quarters there. And it slides in where it's covered by McCartney. And it does appear with the big lead for ESM, we have reached running clock in the third period. Maniaci takes it behind the goal. Goes down for Gabrielson. For Maniaci. Back to Gabrielson. Tried to center it towards McGovern. It didn't get through. Gabrielson and Maniaci play catch. Returned to Gabrielson behind the net. Fend on the pass. Maniaci towards the front. Tiso blocked it. Now Spardell towards Kahn. Doubles back to the corner. Hard around Maniaci there at the half wall behind his back. One more. Gabrielson. McGovern in the slot. Oh, high. McCartney may have gotten a piece with the glove. Maniaci dances towards the line. Goes down for Beckman. Slides it through. McGovern, the spinning backhander miss. Here's McGovern again. Curls. Defended by DeSarno. Spardell on it. It's been a penalty-free game so far as well. Don't see too many of those, especially at this stage. Back in comes ESM. Behind the net, McGovern reaching for it. Behind the goal, and Tiso does a good job to pull it away from him. Some room here to start the ice for Northport Huntington. Here's Kahn. Gains the zone. Couldn't get a shot through. Skated out by Anza. Anza had DeSarno turned around. It was knocked off his stick. It's onside. I'm not sure if Bonventer realized as he went to touch up. Now, it appears to be offside. .11:20 left in period number 3. Back in comes ESM. Shupp takes it wide. Shupp looking the center, blocked off. So certainly help in the goal differential department tonight for ESM as Kahn comes in. Kahn curls back, maintains his footing, tries to drop it off, intercepted by Tiso, kept it away from the Sharks for a moment, and then it's cleared back out. Shupp takes it away, couldn't settle it, gets on it in the corner. Curls back towards the slot. Shupp passes it around Kahn to Newport. William Newport walks in, shoots, glove save. McCartney. ESM plus 11 coming in. They are plus 11 tonight. Will certainly help their case. And Northport Huntington, big part of the reason why they are where they are currently. Well, kind of lack of scoring. We mentioned they haven't scored more than 4 this season. They've given up double digit in 4 games, now 5. Goal differential negative 55. They'll hope to get that turned around in their next one as Bonventure tried to stuff it, ran out of room. Their next game on not until January, not until 2026, the 10th, 9:30 p.m. Northport Huntington will face East Islip Red, who's in action next year on LI Sports Network. ESM next in action on the 10th as well, 8 p.m. against the Southampton Whalers, who have had a resurgent season themselves. Here's Kahn on the backhand into the glove of Austin Pagano. And I believe that is save number 1 tonight. And sarcastic cheer from the Tigers players themselves, notably Andrew Kahn. Tough night at the office for the Tigers, but just ran into a buzzsaw tonight. That is the ESM Sharks. And case in point right here, look at this move. How about that save from McCartney, denying a partial breakaway on Newport. Kahn starts out with it, stripped away. Back in come the Sharks. This is Anza, knocked away from him. Guzzo will bank it out. Now Newport, fanned on the pass. Look out here. He'll have time to recollect. Guzzo, though, charging hard behind him. Looking to get a good opportunity. Instead, it's Pisano. Slides it across. Shump with the puck in the air. Got a piece of it. Not enough. Turns back towards the slot. Forced to the circle. Saucer pass. Knocked down by Guzzo. Jamming at it. Shump won't let him through. Good work by the Tigers here, though, as they force it out. And here's Tiso. Potential 2-on-1 here if they push it, but the back check from Gallorenzi thwarts that opportunity. Takeaway. And numbers here for the Tigers, but the giveaway neutral ice as Shupp came back to take the puck. Cezanza, near side over the line. Fumbled it a bit. Stays with it. Good puck control there. Goes down to Pisano. Past the halfway point of period number 3. Kahn down to the corner. Centered out towards Pisano. Drops it to Shupp. And no hurry here to get it to the net. Goes down the boards. A little give and go. Took it down low. Good stick there by Tiso, but he was still able to center it. Comes out towards Beckman, who was defended that time by DeSarno. DeSarno's had a solid game defensively. It's a great defensive stick. Up top, Gallorenzi. Across towards Beckman. Beckman tries to snap a pass through, and another block there for DeSarno, and Andrew Kahn trying to pull away from Gallorenzi, who hustles back. Kahn couldn't pull the trigger. Now does hit the post, and they score! The Tigers, they haven't had many opportunities tonight, but they do break through. And how about the effort tonight from Andrew Kahn? Wasn't able to get a shot away. Gallorenzi defends it pretty well, just throws it off the post, though, from a tough angle. Not much Pagano could do there as she got turned around, and credit to the Tigers for sticking with it. It's Nicholas Tiso jams it home to break the shutout. Back in come the Sharks. Tiso's got his second goal of the year. And the Sharks come right back and score, and Carl McGovern's on the board. A performance to remember tonight for ESM. Didn't want to let the Tigers get the last goal of the game. Kahn and McGovern will take the face-off. This is Bonventer walking through, cuts towards the slot. Drops it on McGovern looking for another. It was blocked. Here's Gabrielson. Towards Bonventer. Nice move in the corner to shake free, and he scores. How about that goal? Double teamed in the corner. Looks like there wasn't a path out. Probably had to pass it. Navigates his way through to the goal and roofs that shot. Makes it a 13-1 game. Four minutes left. Kahn brings it ahead again. DeSarno pokes it in. Here's Beckman to Gabrielson. Slides it across into DeSarno again. Gets his stick in the way. Now it's Bonventer. Cross ice Maniaci. Brody Maniaci down the boards. Up to Bonventer now. Down to the corner. Slid in front. Wide open goal, and it's buried. One more for Gabrielson. Well, could be certain the Sharks definitely riding the wave of momentum into their next game against Southampton. They'll definitely be needing to, although how big is momentum from game to game when you got just under a month between games? Maniaci and Beckman get the assists. And that latest one for Gabrielson. He picks up his 5th of the hockey game. That time McCartney gets a blocker on that shot. Newport had it knocked away by DeSarno. Looks like he might be playing up here in the final minutes. The way he's played defensively, he certainly earned it. Here's Everett Shaw. Charges ahead, that's offside. On Onza, who was trying to get back. Final 2 minutes here on the North Rink. Onza for Pisano, and that's offside. And I believe it's on Onza again, and he's none too pleased. That one definitely a closer play. Tigers win this faceoff just outside their own zone, but a giveaway. And Luca Pisano looking for another save. McCartney. Final seconds ticking off. Just over a minute to play. And it looks like that will be the end of the night for Connor Frey. So he heads back to the bench. 1 minute to go. Here's Newport. Down to the corner. Newport, centering pass. Onza jams it home. Tyler Onza on the board. That might be the final nail in the coffin here. Final half minute to go. They'll sound the buzzer, and it. Not sure if they're going to drop this puck. Doesn't look like they will. They'll run the final seconds off. And that'll do it. A dominant 15-1 victory tonight for the Eastport-South Manor Sharks, as they led this one wire to wire and take down the Tigers. Tigers dropped to 0-9 on the season. Big win, though, for the Sharks as they improved to 6-2-1. Led by Kevin Beckman, 3 goals, 2 assists. Aiden Gabrielson picked up 5 goals and 1 assist. Pretty much go up and down the roster, and everyone had at least 1 point tonight. And Moran and Pagano solid when they had to be between the pipes. Big time win tonight for ESM. 15-1 the final. We got one more freshman game coming up here on the North Rink. It's East Islip. The Chiefs will do battle against the Ward Melville Patriots. Thank you so much for tuning into this one. For Colin Drum and everyone here at LISN, I'm Brady Campbell signing off. Final score tonight, the Eastport-South Manor Sharks 15 and the Northport Huntington Tigers 1. You've been tuned into the Suffolk County High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network.